Today we're taking a look at the New York Liberty vs Atlanta Dream match, which is happening on Tuesday, June 29, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours and hours of your time searching the internet for some fake betting predictions and losing your money because of it. Join High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advices instantly. The New York Liberty faced the Atlanta Dream and walked away with a win by a score of 101-78 in their last contest. New York finished with a 54.2% FG percentage, 32 of 59, and made 13 of their 32 shots from three-point land. When they shot from the charity stripe, the Liberty converted 24 of 28 attempts for a percentage of 85.7%. In terms of grabbing rebounds, they compiled 36, with 6 of them being offensive. They also doled out 22 assists in this game, in addition to forcing the opposition into 14 turnovers and earning 5 steals. With respect to defense, New York allowed the other team to shoot 40.8% from the floor on 29 out of 71 shooting. Atlanta dished out 14 dimes and had 13 steals for this contest. Moreover, Atlanta collected 25 rebounds, 7 offensive, 18 defensive, and added 2 blocks. Atlanta shot 84.2% when shooting free throws by making 16 of 19 tries. They also made 4 of 17 attempts from distance. The New York Liberty looked for their second consecutive victory on Tuesday when visiting the Atlanta Dream. New York defeated Atlanta 101-78 on Saturday and improved to 8-8. The leading scorer for New York in the victory was Sami Whitcomb with 30 points, while Betnijah Laney scored 28. New York is third in the Eastern Conference standings, 2.5 games behind the first-place Connecticut Sun. Betnijah Laney is leading New York in scoring with an average of 19.9 points per game, while Sabrina Ionescu is the third leading scorer, leading rebounder and leader in assists with averages of 10.8 points, 5.9 rebounds and 6. Betnijah Laney is someone who was a contributor in the matchup. She finished with 28 points on 8 of 14 shooting. She was on the court for 35 minutes played and collected 3 rebounds. Laney finished the game at 57.1% from the field and dished out 6 assists. An additional player that was a contributor in the matchup for the Liberty was Sami Whitcomb. She collected 6 rebounds in her 42 minutes played on the night. She ended up shooting 62.5% from the floor for this game by going 10 of 16, 30 points. When all was said and done, Whitcomb had accumulated 5 assists. New York will take the court with a record of 8-8 so far this season. They turn it over 17.1 times per game, and as a squad they commit 18.1 personal fouls per game. As a unit, New York is grabbing 33.9 rebounds per contest and has accounted for 319 dimes for the campaign, which has them ranked 3rd in the league in terms of passing. The Liberty are hitting 35.6% from downtown, 165 of 463, and 80.5% from the free throw line. They are averaging 80.7 points per game, 8th in the league, while hitting 42.9% from the field. Defensively, the Liberty are able to force 13.4 turnovers per contest while drawing 18.3 personal fouls. They relinquished 31.6% on shots from distance, and they are 10th in the WNBA in points per game allowed, 86.4. The Liberty are giving up a FG percentage of 43.5%, 214 of 292, and they surrender 38.3 boards per contest as a squad. They are 11th in basketball in allowing assists to the opposition with 318 surrendered on the campaign. Atlanta looks to snap a 3-game losing streak when hosting New York on Tuesday for the second game between the two in the last 4 days. Atlanta is 5-9 following its loss on Saturday to the Liberty. The leading scorer for Atlanta in the loss was Chennedy Carter with 23 points, while Cheyenne Parker scored 14 points. Atlanta is 5th in the Eastern Conference standings, 4.5 games behind first-place Connecticut. Courtney Williams is the leader in scoring, rebounding, and assists for Atlanta with averages of 17.1 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per game. The second leading scorer is Chennedy Carter with an average of 16.8 points per game. Carter is one of just 2 active players for Atlanta averaging double figures in scoring. Tiffany Hayes, who is the leading scorer with an average of 17.6 points per game, remains sidelined for at least another month with an injury. When they last stepped on the hardwood, the Atlanta Dream took a loss by a score of 101-78 when they played the New York Liberty. The Dream pulled down 18 defensive boards and 7 offensive rebounds for a total of 25 in this game. They gave up possession 14 times, while getting 13 steals in the matchup. The Liberty committed 15 fouls in the matchup, which got the Dream to the charity stripe for a total of 19 attempts. They were able to knock down 16 of their free throws for a percentage of 84.2%. Pertaining to shooting from beyond the arc, Atlanta converted 4 out of their 17 attempts, 23.5%. In all, the Dream finished 29 for 71 from the floor, which gave them a percentage of 40.8%. The Dream permitted the Liberty to bury 32 out of 59 attempts from the floor, which gave them a shooting percentage of 54.2% for the matchup. They went 40.6% from downtown by connecting on 13 of 32 and ended up going 24 of 28 at the free throw line, 85.7%. In the matter of how they attacked the glass, Atlanta allowed New York to grab 36 in all 6 offensive. My first betting advice is to pick New York Liberty +3. Chennedy Carter ended up being a factor for the Dream for the matchup. She knocked down 10 of 19 in this matchup, giving her a rate of 52.6% and totaled 1 rebound. Carter tallied 24 points in her 33:01 mins on the court and had 2 dimes in this matchup. Someone else that ended being a contributor for Atlanta was Courtney Williams. She ended up with 4 dimes in 31:54 minutes on the court, and she put in 5 of 17 from the field. Williams ended up shooting 29.4% from the floor while contributing 12 points and 5 boards. The Atlanta Dream come into this game with a 5-9 record overall, which puts them in 5th place in the Eastern Conference. The Atlanta Dream are having some issues, and coming into this game they have lost 3 games in a row. In the last game the defense really struggled, giving up 101 points, and that led to the defeat. The Atlanta Dream are averaging 83.9 points per game, while their defense is giving up 88.3 points per game. Tiffany Hayes has been the best player for Atlanta, averaging 17.6 points while shooting 45.1% from the field and 44.9% from behind the 3-point line. New York is 2-4 ATS in its last 6. The over has cashed in 6 of the Liberty's last 8 on the road. Atlanta is 2-5 ATS in its last 7. The over has cashed in 9 of the Dream's last 11. On the other side of this matchup is the New York Liberty, who sit with an 8-8 record overall, which puts them in 3rd place in the Western Conference. The New York Liberty had really struggled as of late, but in the last game against Atlanta they were able to win 101-78. On the season, New York is averaging 80.7 points per game, while their defense is giving up 88.4 points per game. Big Nigel Laney has been the best player for New York, averaging 19.9 points while shooting 51.3% from the field. In this game the defense is going to need to be strong. Atlanta has a mark of 5-9 for the season. In terms of offensive execution, The Dream are hitting on 42.6% from the field, which ranks 7th in basketball. Atlanta has scored 1,175 points on the season, 83.9 per contest, and they grab 33.7 rebounds per game. They are getting an assist 17.8 times per contest, 9th in the WNBA, and they are giving up possession 12.6 times per contest. The Dream have committed 19.9 personal fouls per contest, and they go 74.2% from the charity stripe. The Dream on the defensive side of the court are 12th in basketball in PPG, given up with 88.3. They are forcing their opponents into 16.6 turnovers on a nightly basis and allow teams to shoot 46.9% from the floor, 12th in basketball. The Atlanta defense surrenders 39.6% on shots from behind the three-point line, 132 of 333, and their opponents are knocking down 82.1% of their foul shots. They have given up 21.3 assists and 35.9 rebounds per game, which is 12th and 9th in the WNBA. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.